Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to all for today's social class. Today we will see sixth lesson in part 1 textbook. The lesson name is The First War of Indian Independence, 1857. Listen, dear students. In order to extend their rule over India, the British brought in policies of subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. As a result, numerous states became part of the British Empire. This made many Indians unhappy. People were also upset with the administration of the British. This unhappiness erupted in the form of a major protest against the British in 1857. Many of the Indian historians termed this as First Indian Freedom Struggle, but the English historians termed it as the Sepoy Mutiny. Listen, dear students. In order to extend their rule over India, the British government brought in the policies of subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. Why the British government induced subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse? Because to extend their rule in India. For that purpose, the British government implemented the policies of subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. Due to these policies, numerous means number of states became the part of the British. Got it? Due to this, the many Indians are unhappy. Okay, peoples were also upset with the administration of the British. The Indian peoples also not like the British administration. Okay, this unhappiness erupted in the form of a major protest against the British in 1857. Many of the Indian historians term this as First Indian Freedom Struggle, but the English historians termed it as the Sepoy Mutiny. Sepoy means soldiers, mutiny means fighting. Got it? Let us see now reasons for the First Indian Freedom Struggle. First one is political reason. Due to the doctrine of lapse implemented by the British, many Indian kings had to lose their kingdoms. As a result of this policy, Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur, and many other states became the part of the British Empire. Dalhousie abolished the kingships of Tanjavur and Carnatic Nawabs. The British dethroned Mughal kings and many other kings. As a result, many soldiers dependent on these kings became unemployed. This became the main reason for the protest against the British. Listen, dear students. First reason for First Indian freedom struggle is first one is political reason. Due to the doctrine of lapse implemented by the British, many Indian kings had to lose their kingdoms. Got it? Due to doctrine of lapse, the number of Indian kings lost their Indian lost their kingdoms in our country. As a result of this policy, Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur, and many other states became the part of the British Empire. Got it? Due to doctrine of lapse policy, many states, example Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur, and many other states became the part of the British Empire. Got it? Dalhousie abolished the kingships of the Tanjavur and Carnatic wars. Listen, who abolished the kingships of Tanjavur and Carnatic Nawabs? Lord Dalhousie. Got it? The British dethroned Mughal kings and many other kings. The British government dethroned Mughal kings and many other kings. Due to this, Many soldiers depended on these kings became unemployed. Got it? This is the main reason for first Indian freedom struggle. Got it? Let us see now. Second one, economic reasons. Due to the development of industrialization in England, the Indian handicrafts and industries diminished. Diminished means destroyed. Okay. England, apart from being an industrialized country, became a workshop of industries. The artisans of India became unemployed. The weavers became the first victims as wool and cloth making industries suffered a lot. Why the wool and cloth making industries suffered a lot? Because development of industrialization in England, so the wool and cloth making industries are suffered in India. Got it? The Indian handicrafts became financially pathetic. The British levied high customs on Indian goods entering the market of England. Customs means tax. The British government levied high tax on Indian goods entering the market of England. Got it? Due zamindari system, the farmers were exploited by the zamindars. Listen, due to zamindari system, the farmers were exploited. Exploited means torture. The zamindars were given to the tortures for farmers. Got it? Zamindars means landlords. Okay. Land tax collection rights awarded to talukdars were withdrawn. Got it, dear students? By forming Indian commissioners, Inam lands were also withdrawn. The British government Inam land also withdrawn. Withdrawn means taken back. Okay. As a result, the farmers had to undergo lot of economic hardships and felt insulted. Hence, the farmers also protested all this. Got it, dear students? The first reason is political reasons. Second one is economic reasons. Let us see now. Third one is administrative reasons. The British brought in many civil and criminal laws into effect, but in the implementation there were lot of partiality. Listen, dear students. The British government introduced many civil and criminal laws. Got it? But in the implementation of the laws, the Britishers were doing lot of partiality. Got it? Laws applied to Indians in a different manner. English became the language of the court. Listen, the English became the language of the court. The English judges gave judgments in favor of the Englishes. Got it, dear students? The British judges gave the judgments in the favor of British peoples. Got it? People did not like the new laws. The Indian peoples does not like the new laws of British government. Got it? Let us see now military reasons. The situation of Indian soldiers in the British army was very pathetic. They did not have the status, salary and promotion prospectus that of the British soldiers. The pressure put on Indian soldiers for overseas work triggered resentment among them due to their religious beliefs. Listen, dear students, the situation of Indian soldiers in the British army was very pathetic. They did not have the status, salary and promotion prospectus that of the British soldiers. Got it? The Indian soldiers' condition in British army was very pathetic. The Indian soldiers does not have any status, salary and promotion opportunities in British Army. Got it? The pressure put on Indian soldiers for overseas work triggered resentment among them due to their religious beliefs. Got it, dear students? The British government put pressure on Indian soldiers to work overseas for overseas work. Got it? The British government put the pressure on Indian soldiers for overseas work. Got it? And the Britishers interfering the Indian soldiers religious beliefs also. Okay, let us see now next one. Beginning of mutiny and its spread. Let us see now how the mutiny was started and how it is spread all over India. Let us see. The Indian soldiers who were present in large numbers in the British army believed that they can drive away the British if all of them became united. Got it? Listen. The Indian soldiers who were present in large numbers in the British army, the Indian soldiers believed that they can drive away the British if all them became united. Got it? In this situation, the British started providing Royal Enfield guns, a type of new and improved guns. Got it? The British government provided the new type of Royal Enfield guns. Got it? A rumor spread that the bullets of these guns were smeared in the fat of pig and cow. Listen, dear students. For that new Royal Enfield guns, the Britishers were smeared fat of pig and cows. Listen, the cow was sacred for Hindus. Means the Hindus doing puja to the cows. Got it? And the pig was prohibited for Muslims. You know that, is it? This became the immediate cause for the mutiny. Got it? Mutiny means fight. Okay. This rumor caused a lot of unrest in Bharakpur military soldiers. When the soldiers were directed to load the bullets to the gun by chewing off the part of bullet, the soldiers refused to do it. Got it? Listen, dear students. When the soldiers were directed to load the bullets for that new Royal Enfield guns, that gun by chewing of the part of bullet. Got it? But the Indian soldiers refused to do it. Got it? The soldiers of Barakpur revolted against the British officers. Listen, the soldiers of Barakpur revolted against the British officers. A soldier named Mangal Pandey died a British officer. Mangal Pandey was arrested and after a trial he was hanged to death. Got it? Who shot the British officer in Barakpur? The Mangal Pandey was shot and died the British officer. Finally, the British soldiers arrested the Mangal Pandey and hanged to death. Got it, dear students? Let us see now the spread of the mutiny. Meerut was a major British military base. Listen, Meerut was a major means important military base. The Indian soldiers stationed here refused to use the bullets of the new guns. You know already the Indian soldiers refused to use that new Royal Enfield guns because the Britishers smeared for pig and cow's fat for that guns. So the Indian soldiers refused to use that new Royal Enfield guns. Got it? Many soldiers were arrested. This led to mutiny in Meerut. The soldiers barged into the prison and released the imprisoned soldiers. This became the seed for the Indian freedom movement. A group of soldiers reached Delhi from Meerut. A group of soldiers reached Delhi from Meerut. They entered the Red Fort and declared the Mughal king Bahadur Shah II as the Emperor of India. Got it, dear students? The Indian soldiers declared the Mughal king Bahadur Shah II as an Emperor of India. Who declared that? The Indian soldiers declared. Got it? Due to various reasons, the protesting soldiers reached Delhi. The protest became intensified. They spread like a wildfire to Delhi, Kanpur, and Jhansi. Nana Sahib of Kanpur rose in revolt. Listen, the Nana Sahib of Kanpur, he rose revolt against the British. Got it? In Kanpur, the Nana Sahib rose revolt against the Britishers. Clear? Tatya Tope was his assistant. Was assistant of Nana Sahib. Tatya Tope was an assistant of Nana Sahib. Got it? In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai provided leadership to the revolt. Got it? Jhansi is a place name. In the Jhansi, the Rani Lakshmi Bai was an provided the leadership of the revolt. Tatya Tope came to the support of Rani Lakshmi Bai after the fall of Kanpur to the British. Got it? Later, the protest spread to Lucknow, but finally Lucknow fell into the British. Listen, dear students, after the Jhansi, the protest spread to the Lucknow, but finally Lucknow came under the control of Britishers. Got it? Now the freedom struggle spread to the South River Yamuna. Got it? The third, the freedom struggle spread to the south of river Yamuna. Got it? This influenced the soldiers of Rani Lakshmi Bai. Rani Lakshmi Bai, who was angered by the doctrine of flags, declared war on the Britishers. Finally, the Rani Lakshmi Bai was declared the war against Britishers. She captured Gwalior. Listen, Rani Lakshmi Bai was captured, or captured means acquired, Gwalior from the Britishers. She died a heroic death while battling the British in another battle. Even today, Rani Lakshmi Bai has a special place in the annals of Indian freedom struggle. Got it? See? Reasons for the failure of the mutiny. Let us see now why the Sipai mutiny became failure. Let us see now. The first war of Indian independence failed due to various reasons. It did not cover every part of India. Listen, first point, should keep it in your mind, dear students. Why the first war of Indian independence failure? What are the reasons for failure of first war of Indian independence? Listen, first point is it did not cover every part of India. Got it? The first war of Indian independence or the Sipai mutiny did not cover every part of India. Now, see second point. It was mainly concentrated on the issues of the rights of kings and queens rather than the liberation of the country. Listen. Second point is the Sipai mutiny was mainly concentrated on the issues means problems of the rights of kings and queens rather than liberation of the country. Liberation means freedom or development. Got it? as it was not a planned mutiny. Listen, third point is the Sipai mutiny was not a planned mutiny. Got it? There were many unexpected results. Got it? The unity among the British and the disunity among the Indian soldiers resulted in its failure. Listen, dear students. The British soldiers has unity, but in Indian soldiers they has disunity. This is also one of the main reason for failure of first war of Indian independence. Got it? The mutiny lacked direction and leadership. The Sipai mutiny lacked direction and leadership. The soldiers also lacked discipline and organization skills. The Indian soldiers not have discipline and organizing skills. The Indian soldiers lacked military strategies, planning capabilities, and soldiering skills. And also, the Indian soldiers does not have military strategies, planning capabilities, and soldiering skills. Got it? The freedom fighters lacked a definite aim, and also the Indian freedom fighters does not have definite aim. Aim means goal. Okay. Many of the Indian kings extended their loyalties to the British and did not support the freedom fighters. Listen, number of listen, the number of Indian kings extended their loyalties to the Britishers. The few Indian kings does not support the Indian freedom fighters. This is also one reason for failure of first war of Indian independence. You see now the plundering and other crimes committed by the sepoys made them to lose the faith of common people. Listen, last point. The plundering. Plundering means looted. Plundering means what? Looted. The Indian sepoys. Sepoys means soldiers engaging the plundering. Plundering means looted. Got it? So the Indian soldiers lose the faith of the common people. These are the main reasons for failure of first war of Indian independence or Sipai mutiny. Got it? Let us see now results of the mutiny. The governments of East India Company came to an end and the governance of British government started. The administration of India was handed over to the Secretary of Indian Affairs of the British Parliament. The Queen of Britain passed a declaration in 1858. It had the following aspects. Listen, in 1858, the Queen of Britain passed few declarations. What are the declarations? Let us see now one by one. First one, the agreements entered by the company with the local kings were accepted. What is the first point? The agreements entered by the company with the local kings, got it, were accepted. Second point is non-pursuance of regional expansion. Got it? The kings does not have any rights to expand their regions or dynasties. Okay. Third one is providing a stable government for Indians. What's the third point? Providing stable government for Indians. Stable means good government or good administration for Indians. Fourth one, equality before the law. What is the fourth assurance? Equality before the law. In front of law, all are equal. Okay. Fifth one, non-interference of the government in religious issues of Indians and practicing religious tolerance. What is the fifth point? Non-interference of the government in religious issues. Issues means problems of Indians. Got it? And also the British government gave the freedom for Indians to do practice their religious with the tolerance. Okay, let's see now. The British realized that until they command the love and affection of Indians, ruling India would be a difficult proposition. Listen, dear students, the British realized that unless and until they command the love and affection of Indians, ruling India would be a difficult. Who realized this? The British government realized that without love and affection, we can't able to rule India. Got it? The inability to listen to the voice of Indians was considered as the main reason for the violence. What is the main reason for the violence? The inability to listen the voice of the Indians. Got it? The inability to listen to the voice of the Indian was considered as the main reason for the violence in India. Hence, they decided to involve the Indians in the process of legislation and implemented policy of association. The first war of Indian independence is like a guidepost of a future struggle. Listen, dear students, the first war of Indian independence is like a guide force for future struggles. Guide force for future struggles. This also outlined the importance of the seeking alternative channels to pursue future struggles against the Britishers. Got it? Very simple lesson this is. Got it, dear students? Okay. In this lesson, you should keep few points in your mind, dear students. Let us see. First one is reasons for the first war of Indian independence. First reason is political reason. Second one, economic reason. Third one is administrative reasons. Fourth one, military reasons. Got it? There are four main reasons. Okay. Then how the mutiny was began and how it is spread. Once you glance at it, read textbook, you will know that. Then spread of the mutiny, how the mutiny was spread all over India. Then why the first war of Indian independence was failure. What was the reasons for the failure of the mutiny? You should keep that points in the paragraph. Then results of the mutiny. These mind points you need to keep in your mind. Okay, now homework is, listen, the first mind for fill in the blanks, and in second mind first four questions you need to make answer. Okay, write neatly and send in your goal. Okay, dear students, in case if you have any doubts, you can call. I will clarify your doubts. Okay, thank you, dear students. Have a nice day. Thank you, one and all.